Park, is that correct?
No, the amendment.
Right, I'm going chronologically. Okay.
That was Tim and Ann seconded that.
Right. And then Martha added an amendment that the town of Montreat be able to work out an agreement with the MRA for the use of Pratt Park within 30 days from today's date. With me so far. The second part being that town staff and ADS complete due diligence on the property in order to confirm its suitability for construction of our town hall. And then I also heard, and if that is not possible, or it's not conducive to building a town hall, that the location revert to Florida Terrace?
That's on there too.
Okay. Should these conditions not be met successfully, the town hall location will move to Florida Terrace, site currently owned by the town of Montreat. Is that the amendment that we're talking about right now? Okay.
And that was made and Mary seconded it. Now discussion.
I just want to make sure with nods from everybody out there and the mayor that basically 2 votes would be necessary here. One would be a vote up or down on to whether they include the amendment, and then that would be an up or down, and if there is no vote, that is taken as a yes. So we are required to verbally answer yes or no if we want our vote to be accurately recorded as we want it.
We're voting on the...
Yeah, I am not through talking, Commissioner Helms. Okay, you're welcome to have the floor when I'm finished. Okay, and then after that amendment is passed, then we will have the opportunity to vote up or down on whether we want Pratt Park. Is that correct, Mayor? Okay. Is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Is that correct, Commissioners? Thank you.
I'm sorry. First you vote on whether to accept the amendment language.
That's
and
correct.
Then you vote on the amended motion.
Right, the whole
motion.
That's correct.
Yes.
Those in favor of the amendment that Martha made and was read to us again by our clerk, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
No.
4 in favor and 1 opposed, and Tim Helms was the opposition. Now the floor is open for the discussion of the motion that Mr. Helms made that includes the amendment.
I speak in opposition to Pratt Park. It's a very hard decision. As late as yesterday, I was leaning strongly towards Pratt Park. I again reviewed the cards. I don't think, in my own good conscience, taking away that green space that's dedicated to the public is what would be best for how I envision Montreat. I like having that stay as green space. I think it's the worst for the environment. It has nothing to do with putting it not on Florida Terrace. It has everything to do with that being green space that was dedicated. I feel very strongly about that effort in Montreat. I fully understand that there will be people who will disagree with that, and I am comfortable with taking whatever that you stance in there. It was a hard decision, but I truly in my heart believe that Pratt Park is not the right space for a building of this size, and whether it be 2-story or 1-story, think of a big box when you come into that space. Taking up dedicated green space on Florida Terrace, it will be nestled into a hill. The designs that we have seen show that it looks like a residential home. We've asked for that. It is out of the way. It really does not impact a residential area, and it will not impact how you see Montreat. And we have numbers for that site. We know that there's no rock there. I've heard people say, do you have numbers for the other places? Do we even know it's available? And to be quite frank, the delay, the architects talk about a delay for a year for Pratt Park. We have a new administration coming into MRA. I don't know what, that will all take place. I would like them to not have to be subjected to the same pressures and input, which is welcome. That's what we signed on for here when we decided to run and be public servants, and that's what we are. I am telling you a hard decision, not one that I came to easily, and as of yesterday, I was leaning towards Pratt Park. But again, as I reviewed things, it's all about the environmental impact of having that building in a dedicated space that's dedicated park that's not properly zoned for a commercial institutional building. Anyone else?
It's the first time I'm not going to be able to vote for my own motion, and that the last line that reverts it to Florida Terrace, I just can't do it. So, you know, that's it for me. I'm done.
Anyone else? Okay. Clerk, would you read the entire motion?
The motion is to investigate building the town hall on Pratt Park, and that the town of Montreat will be able to work out an agreement with MRA for the use of Pratt Park in 30 days from today's date, and that town staff and ADS complete due diligence on the property in order to confirm its suitability for construction of our town hall. Should these conditions not be met successfully, the town hall location will move to the Florida Terrace site currently owned by the town of Montreat. Is this correct?
What conditions would those be?
What are you talking about?
Well, should these conditions not be met? What does that mean?
If you can't build on it, or the MRA says they can't sell it.
Okay. In those two conditions.
No, that's two of them.
Okay, well, that's what I'm asking. What are the conditions? So
I haven't heard all of it, but I know those two are.
It's my effort at a compromise. Yeah, all I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay, those in favor? Those opposed?
No. I didn't tell you I wouldn't vote for my own motion.
Well,
Then, Madam Mayor,
if you don't vote verbally, the vote becomes yes.
I said no.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said I was going to not vote for it.
Did everyone vote no?
Yeah.
yes, you voted no.
You want?
Because we were done.
I guess it's down to Florida Terrace.
Yeah, we're going without the other three. Okay, I'll make a motion that we go ahead with Florida Terrace for the town hall building. Whatever. Okay. Discussion.
I support Florida Terrace. I think much of that's already been said. I'll reiterate that for the record. It's appropriately zoned, has the least environmental impact. We have a reasonable expectation of the dollars.
We've had a budget. There's no budget for any of the other sites that have been proposed. The time frame is appropriate, and we have done the architectural studies, we have done the due diligence, and we have asked for and listened for many different things. It's not an easy choice, but we don't want to wait 19 years for a town hall to be built.
Anyone else? Martha?
I just told Commissioner Helms, well, I was trying for a compromise, but I don't want to, if it was your motion, I'm not going to vote when you didn't vote the same way. I'll support Florida Terrace. I think we'll all learn to love a beautiful building. I would have learned to love one somewhere else too, but I think we'll all learn to love a beautiful building that'll nestle back into the mountains.
Anyone else? Okay, those in favor of building a town hall on Florida Terrace? Aye. Those opposed?
Nope.
4 in favor, 1 opposed, and the opposition is Tim Helms. Before we adjourn, I don't know who put the candy on our place, but I appreciate the chocolate very much. And I would also like to thank the ad hoc committee again, Bill Strawn, Bill Hollins, Linda Stroop, and Emery Underwood for their hard work in preparing the spreadsheets for us. Thank you. Those in favor of adjournment?
Aye. I was gonna get one motion today that would pass.